Hello and welcome to Lorindalandia. Today I'm going to do a reading on what are people noticing about you. You can choose your pile by following your intuition. It can be the pile that you are most visually attracted to, or you can even ask in your mind, what is the pile for me? I do have personal readings. They are super affordable and they are my first link in description. Hello, by one. So you choose this card that says, inspire the world around you. Something that people are noticing about you is that you are very inspirational. There is also here something that you are very creative and you can have this creativity that almost flows out of you. I don't think this is something that you force. It is really who you are at your core. People also put you in the pedestal, and I think there is also this energy here that people almost want you to put even higher that you are now in the higher of a pedestal. People are seeing you as very creative, inspirational, and they already put you in the pedestal, but they're like, I'm hearing, what are you doing here? I'm hearing like people looking at you and thinking, what are you even doing here? You deserve so much more than this. I don't understand why you're not like famous by now. I don't understand why you're not like a millionaire by now. Like people want to see you in a higher position than you are now. They see you and they notice about you all of this inspirational energy, all of this creative energy, and they are like, you should be a leader. For example, if you have a job that you're not the boss on, they're like, they should be the boss. Or if you have a job that you cannot like fully express your creativity and your inspirational energy, people like they're like, you should get a job where you can fully express this. They see you with so much talent and they put you in such a pedestal and they're almost shocked that they are in the same room as you. Like these people see themselves below you and they're like, how are we even in the same room? Why are we in the same room? You should be in completely different rooms I am because you are way higher than I am. You have a way should have a way higher position that I have. And also there is here an energy here that people notice how connected you are with your inner child. You can be someone that is almost cartoonish. You may have some quirks or something that you do with your body language or the way that you speak. There is very inner childlike. And also, I think your creativity shows your inner child. I think you get this creative energy through being connected with your inner child. There is something very sweet and kid-like about you. It's not immature because I think you are very mature and people see you and put you in a pedestal like you are a leader, that you are at your core, right? But there is also this energy that you are very connected with your inner child. Also, people notice about you that you are a good parent or you will be a good parent. They see this dynamic where you appreciate the inner child aspect, but at the same time, you are a leader, you are a teacher, you are wise, you are creative, like you have this really good dynamic between inner child and adult, and you can balance those two very well. Also, people are noticing that you want to go further in life, that you want to achieve something higher. They might not know what it is. There is something here with music and dancing that maybe you have like a talent for music or dancing, then people might have seen you sing or dance. And you don't need to do this in a stage. It can just be you like listening to music and singing along or singing in the shower and dancing. And people really like think you have a talent for it. What are people noticing about my pile one? This is very good energy, by the way. This is an energy that is very loving and caring, very like inspirational. Like these people are really inspired by you. Something that they also notice is that you are. Uh, I was going to say stubborn, but stubborn is not a good word for it. It's like you know what you want, you know who you are, and you're not changing. You're not somebody that falls into peer pressure. You are not somebody that follows the crowd because they really put pressure on you. And you're not somebody that changes for anybody else but yourself. I think you do change a lot and you grow a lot, but you don't do it for others. And these people almost want is not to change you, but kind of, for example, if you don't spend too much time with certain people, they want to kind of peer pressure you to spending time with them because they like your energy and they find you very creative and inspirational, all of that, right? But you are like, nope. And you're not mean about it, but you're like, ah, maybe I have some things to work on. I have my time is dedicated to another thing, or maybe you were like just don't like the vibe of these people and it maybe it's not even nothing serious, just like not your vibe, right? And these people like really try. I'm really get this example of hanging out. These people really try to hang out with you, and you like you don't budge. You don't budge. They might ask you like several times to hang out with them. For example, if there is like a specific hangout, for example, people are going to dinner, they ask you like multiple times, do you want to go to dinner tonight? Do you want to go to dinner tonight? Like in the same day. And like next week there is another dinner, you feel me? And they like continue asking and you don't budge. Like they see you as someone that knows who they are, knows what they want, and when you set your mind into it, there is no changing that. Also, people are noticing that you've been through a lot. People are kind of noticing this underlying pain, and I don't think this is very like noticeable at first. They kind of need to hang out with you a little bit more and be in your space a little bit more to notice this, but they do notice your pain. There's something in your face, maybe like your actions and the way that you speak, it doesn't show the pain that you've been through, but there's something in your face, in your eyes, that shows pain. Maybe like when you're not socializing with people or not like interacting with people, like you go into this fault of like a face that has seen some stuff, you feel me? Like in your face there is some sort of sadness to it, but this is not something that is like extremely noticeable. Like they need to be with you for a little bit for them to like start to notice this little bit of pain. I'm also hearing that like from time to time you might do some like dark humor, like send it like some dark jokes, like something, yeah, some like social interaction, and you all get nervous or something. You're like, ah, it's a trauma. And like there is some like dark humor here that also shows how much you've been through. Also, people are noticing that maybe you have struggled with money in the past, and maybe you were someone that yeah, like struggled with money and was not financially stable and really had to rough it out and really went through a lot because of that. Also, people are noticing that, like, people don't see you this way, but people are noticing that you see yourself this way. You see yourself almost as the weird one out. You see yourself as almost like different, and that people will not accept you as you are. So you put yourself out. I think this is a justification of, for example, people want to hang out with you, right? And you are always declining, right? And I think the way that people are justifying this is they feel like you were rejected in the past and you were excluded for being you, and now you exclude others before they exclude you. Basically, they see this as a protective way. And imagine, I don't think like I think this is a part of it of why you don't hang out with these people. But I think it's an aspect of it, this part of maybe you were traumatized in the past and you were excluded and now maybe you protect yourself more because probably you've been through a lot, like probably people really hurt you. and really were mean to you, right? But I think what people are not realizing and not looking in the mirror, maybe you just don't vibe with them that much and it's not that deep. Maybe you just, they're not your people and you have like no interest on these people, and it's nothing like, it's not that these people are mean or it's not that these people are not kind, it's not that, but it's simply like you choose your time wisely. I think you are a very busy person. You are a very busy person. I don't think people quite notice how busy you are. I think you don't say how busy you are and how much you actually do. And I think people don't notice that. But I think being busy is a big part of why you're not just hanging out with random people willy nilly, right? Also, there is here something about religious trauma. People are noticing that you might have religious trauma. And also, people are noticing that you have some type of pain in your body, like muscle pain, can be your shoulders, neck, or even like a pain in your feet, some sort of injury in your body, or if not injury, it's just like pain, like muscle pain. What are people noticing about my Padawan? Oh, people are noticing that you don't live in the lowlands. There is almost this energy that you are very um, real in the sense that you don't fantasize, you don't create illusions. You are very, okay, what do I have now? What is in front of me? What is reality right now? And you accept your reality as it is. And you don't fantasize about like a different reality. You don't create illusions. Imagine, it's like people projecting in the future. Imagine when you project into the future something that you don't know that is going to happen, and you just envision, imagining that there is nothing wrong with that. But people are noticing that you don't do that. You live in reality, you accept reality as it is, and you work through reality. There is also a year vibe of pessimism. They are noticing that kind of because you don't create these illusions and grand fantasies of people, places, or things. You feel me? You don't spend time living in the land. You don't spend time living in illusion. And maybe these people do that, and maybe their illusion gives them a sense of optimism, right? People, because they see you not living in illusion, not fantasizing about what it could be, they see you as bit as a pessimist. But I don't think you are. You are just like, I'm gonna live reality, right? I'm not gonna live this fantasy. I'm not gonna live in illusion. I'm not gonna live in delusion. I'm gonna take things at face value and do my best with what I have. I'm gonna do my best with what is in front of me, right? If it's not in front of me, like it's out of my mind, I'm not gonna think about what ifs. Because this illusion energy really gives the vibe of you are unhappy with your reality, so you fantasize about a better reality, but you don't do that. Probably you are like more satisfied with reality than these people, right? And that's the reason why you don't fantasize, because you actually don't mind living in your reality right now. And people project as pessimism because their reality is not as good as yours. But this is really a projection. People are not seeing the truth about themselves and about you in this sense. What are people noticing about my Padawan? You're pretty. I heard that. Wait, oh my god. Like while I was shuffling, I was hearing "You Are Pretty" and the Queen of Wands comes out. That is literally the embodiment of like a body. This is literally the embodiment of like a beautiful woman. Wow, I love this. Yeah, I love when I say and the cards confirm. Yeah, you are gorgeous, like gorgeous, 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 like body, beautiful, like in everything, like your face, your body, everything is tea. You are gorgeous. Yeah, people are noticing how beautiful, that gorgeous you are. And they almost kind of like, it's feelings of shock of how beautiful you are. It's feelings of almost like, It gives like addictive energy. Like people are so addicted to your beauty, like they see it and they are so mesmerized by it. Maybe imagine I'm getting this vision of, for example, you talking to someone and this person like not being able to understand what you are saying because they are so lost in how you look. Because like the way that you look is very potent, and like when people look into your eyes and when they see your face, they are so like starstruck by it. They are so mesmerized they can barely like think because like their first instinct is whoa, gorgeous, like, and they get really almost hypnotized by your beauty. Like they can barely think really. For someone like to hear what you are saying and really like understand what you are saying, they need to kind of turn off your beauty by not like focusing too much about it. But it's almost like out of the control. They see you and they're like you're beautiful, like I'm mesmerized, I'm hypnotized, mermaid energy, siren energy. So gorgeous, so beautiful, like mesmerized, hypnotized, like cannot even think, you feel me? Also, people are noticing that you are a very honest person. And there is something also about imagine you know you are beautiful and you don't mind saying it. You know you get all the attention. You know this is your reality, right? You know how gorgeous you are, and you're honest about it. You are honest. There is something here about you that is quite funny. That you are. I'm getting this really funny energy, right? I'm laughing. That you are so honest is funny. Like you say things that people, all of them think, right? But they were not there to say, and then you open your mouth and say it is funny because like you had the courage to say like what everyone is thinking, and you say it in a way that is so honest, so raw. Like people really see that you don't have many intentions behind it, right? You are just like there is here a mind mouth connection that people look at you and think, okay, this girl has no filter, this person has no filter. And I don't think that's reality. I actually think you have quite of a filter, but you are really an honest, truthful person. You this is who you are at your core. And you cannot lie and you cannot deceive. I mean, you can deceive, but not by actions or words. I don't think your deception is something, an illusion that you create to others. I think your deception is you hiding yourself. There is a lot of you that is hidden. You have a lot of depth, a lot of profoundness, and people don't see that because one, you hide it to protect yourself because I think you've been through a lot. To your beauty is so hypnotizing, so mesmerizing. The people like half of their brain function when they interact with you is occupied on how beautiful they are. They think about it for days. Like you are someone that stays in people's minds. You might meet some people like and hang out for like some days and meet them just like a few days, and then you are not longer in their lives, and like your mind, your face pops out in these people's mind at random times. Also dreams. You might appear a lot in dreams. People really get mesmerized by who you are as a whole. And I think they justify with your beauty. Like I'm thinking about this person because they are so gorgeous, so beautiful, but I think they don't understand how powerful you are. They don't understand your depth and your profoundness and how impactful you are. You are very divine, very connected with your inner child. And because you are very connected with your inner child, you're very connected with the universe. You are a very raw form of nature. And I think this is what people don't understand. They think they are like feeling all these emotions and being so wow, why you, and never forgetting you because of how you look. But they lack the understanding that is way deeper than that. Let me know down in the comments if this resonates with you, If you like this reading, give a like. And if you like this content, subscribe. Again, I have personal readings. They're my first link in the description and they are super affordable. Buy pile one, hello pile two. So you chose this card that says discover your spirituality. So what people are noticing about you is that you are becoming more spiritual or religious. Maybe you were someone in the past that was not that connected with faith. And right now they are noticing that you are connecting more with some sort of faith. Again, it can be spiritual, a sort of religion, whatever faith looks to you. And they are seeing that this is something that really, like for them, is almost like you're being swooped away by faith. Like there is this energy that maybe you are distancing yourself from toxic people, and they're like, oh, like faith is almost taking them away from me, but it's just you becoming more healthy. It's just you connecting with yourself, with your intuition, right? And these people maybe took advantage of you because you did not have a strong sense of intuition and you could not connect with yourself, right? So now you are connecting more with your body, with your self love, with your intuition. You are like, I'm not gonna stay here if you guys don't treat me well. Like, I'm not going to interact with you if you treat me poorly, right? And this is a justification of these people why you are stepping away from them or not interacting with them anymore. It's kind of an excuse, really, because they are not acknowledging how they treat you. And also, people are noticing that this faith is really something that is making you go inwards. And I think that's a very good thing, right? I think these people see it as a bad thing. Like, I think these people see it as a bad thing because they want to use you, right? They want to take advantage of you. And in this state of connecting with your faith, of turning inwards, they don't have as much access to you. They cannot use you the way that they were using you before. And they are kind of projecting like almost, oh, they're going crazy or they're all religious now. Like almost hearing they might be projecting, oh, you think you are better than us, right? But this is all BS. This is like really excuses for them to continue to use you and take advantage of you. You might be dealing with a lot of narcissistic people that feel entitled to you. And that's really all BS. Like, if someone really loves you, it gives you the space to take care of yourself, right? It gives you the space to connect with whatever you want. It gives you the space to connect with spirituality and connect with yourself and connect with your intuition. These people are just saying that because, yeah, they are not your friend. They're probably using you. And I think, imagine, I think you are connecting with this sense of spirituality because you went through some like art moments, like in your recent past, you faced some hardships, you faced some struggle. It has not been easy for you the past like few years. And that's really when we connect with faith, right? We connect with faith when reality is not serving us, right? We connect with faith in act of almost of desperation. We go inwards where there is no more solution on the outwards. And I think, imagine you are doing very well. I want to reassure that, like, you are in the right path. This is what you should be doing, but people are really projecting onto you because they want to keep you down. Because now you are rising up and you are denying your access to these toxic people and you're not allowing them to treat you badly as they were before. And these people are projecting almost like, oh, you're crazy, like you think you're better than us, like all of this stuff, right? And I'm sorry for these projections and they are wrong. They are just, this is really just a manipulation technique to keep you down, but Stay in your path, stay inwards, continue to connect with your spirituality or religion or your sense of faith. That is the right path. If it feels right, it's because it is right. What are people noticing about my phone number two? People are noticing that you saw through them. People are noticing that you are seeing through deception, you are seeing through manipulation, and you are changing. Maybe you were someone in the past that, again, is very normal. I think we all go through the journey, right? We are deceived, we are manipulated enough times until we realize, wait, it is not me. It is you. Like the problem is not me. It's not me that is doing this deception and manipulation to myself. It is you. You are the problem. And I'm not gonna stay here and I'm not gonna continue interact with you, right? And maybe of course like this is a journey at the beginning we don't know any better, right? And we fall for the deception and for the manipulation until we learn. And you learn, sweetheart, like you are seeing through their BS. Like you are not the same person that stayed and endure poor behavior. You are not the same person that's let yourself be manipulated and stay. You are changed. You are saying no, 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 not for me. F you. I love this energy for you. I'm sorry for all this projection of people that feel entitled to you when nobody is entitled to your time. Nobody is entitled to your energy. You are entitled to your own energy and time, and you do with it whatever you want. Nobody can say otherwise. This might be a really hard time for you to go through because I think you are at the beginning stages of, yeah, like the storm before the calm before the storm. I think, I don't know what's the saying, but I think right now you're at the beginning stage that is harder at the beginning. Afterwards, it gets way easier, right? But it's harder at the beginning. The first step is the hardest to take. But just know that you are doing exactly right. You are seeing through people's BS. You are not tolerating the same BS as before. You're not tolerating the same deception and manipulation as before. And you are doing so well for yourself. And you are really prioritizing yourself and keep doing that. What are people noticing about my file number one? Sorry, two. There might be some messages in one. People are noticing that you're not overextending yourself. You're not being anybody's mother besides your own anymore. I think, again, in the past, you were such a giving, caring, loving person, right? And these people just took from you without giving you back. And you were probably constantly betrayed, backstabbed, constantly ended up in disappointments, and you just kept giving because you have this beautiful, caring, and loving nature. You have this strong inner mother within you, and you were taking care of the other people, nurturing them, being emotionally available for them, being there for them when they need it. But when you need it, you did not got the same response, right? You did not gain the same thing back. And now you realize that you're like, no more. I've been backstabbed enough. I've been deceived enough. You betrayed me enough times. No more of this. This loving, caring, and empathetic, nurturing energy is not for you anymore. I'm going to do that for myself. I'm not going to be that rock for you anymore. I'm not going to be there for you as I was before. Slay. I love this. Such beautiful, powerful energy. What are people noticing about my file number two? These are really entitled narcissistic people. Like I'm hearing their discourse and they feel like they are like seeing you in such a like a bad way because they are projecting how much entitlement they have for you. It's like they just want you to stay there and they want to use you and take advantage of you and like they feel entitled to your presence, even though that they are just treating you so poorly. I'm so sorry that you are going through this. What are people noticing? Yeah, that you're moving away. You're not tolerating them. You are saying bye bye. You might have like broke up with some friendships, broke up with a toxic relationship. You might have even like moved countries or cities, or just going to different places where they are not in. Also, I think what people are noticing is that you are, yeah, you are cutting up to their BS. You are way less, you are creating way less illusions and fantasies, and you are way more realistic. And I think this is because you are, yes, connecting with yourself and seeing the people for who they are. Like, these people cannot manipulate you as they were doing before, because right now you're not creating illusions of who they are. You're not making excuses for them. You are seeing them at face value. Like, you treat me this way, you treat me poorly, that's who you are. You are a bad person because you take bad actions towards me. And I'm not going to excuse you anymore. I'm not going to create excuses for your behavior like, they were just having a bad day. A bad day, like every day for them is a bad day, right? No more excuses for this type of behavior. And you're not making excuses. You're not making reality to be something that is not. You're not gullible anymore. You woke up and you were like, no, I'm moving away. I don't deserve this. I deserve way better. And I'm going to give that to myself. What are people noticing about my child? Number two, people are noticing that you are answering your call. You are going inwards and you are doing what you were always meant to be doing. You are becoming and embodying the person that you are at your core and your purpose. They might not know what your purpose is, they might not know what you came here to do, but they feel it. They know that you are becoming the person you always meant to be. They know you are becoming your like most authentic, divine version of yourself. And they also are noticing that you are becoming a leader, especially a religious leader. That maybe you, not now, but probably in the future, like you're gonna be someone that teaches like spirituality, like connecting with yourself, that teaches the journey that you went through. You might be someone in the future that does workshop or maybe even tarot readings, right? And they are noticing that you're gonna be a leader in some sort of like spirituality or helping others, almost this inspiring leader. And they are noticing that you are becoming that, and they also noticing that this cycle of you being used and taken advantage of is over. There is no turning back. These people are not ever going to get that version again. It's done. They are noticing that you close that cycle. You said it's done and it's done for good. And people are noticing how also committed you are to yourself. And I think these people, like, they won't say this, but they know that you're gonna end up in a happy marriage. They know that you're gonna be fulfilled in a relationship, and you're gonna have someone, you're gonna have true love, and like you're gonna have commitment, you're gonna have loyalty, not only from your partner, for a lot of people, because I think your field of work will be something that you are a teacher, leader, can be like Reiki, workshops, spirituality, readings, spells, whatever that is for you, right? They know that you're gonna have a dedicated following. They might not say this because they don't want to admit it, right? But they know your power and they are noticing your power. Let me know down in the comments if this resonates with you, If you like this video, give it a like. And if you like this content, subscribe. I do have personal readings. They are super affordable and they are my first link in the description. Buy pile 2, hello pile 3. So you chose this card that says, don't make your life a labyrinth. People are noticing that you are overcoming gaslighting. People are noticing that you are overcoming mental blocks and mental manipulation that was imposed in you. Like maybe at some point really people really gaslighted you and manipulated you and sent it to this mental prison, and people are noticing that you are coming out of this mental prison. They see you as way more confident and clear minded and self assured. Maybe you were someone in the past that really got stuck in their mind because you were really manipulated, gaslighted, made to doubt yourself, right? So you doubted and overthink like every emotion, every situation because that was so projected onto you. And right now, people are seeing that you are taking more action, that you are more confident, more self assured, and that you are not as stuck in your mind anymore. You are taking out this deception and manipulation brick by brick. Slowly but surely, you are setting yourself free, and the biggest freedom that you're gonna have is freedom of your mind, is freedom of thought, right? Because your mind creates your life. So everything really starts in your mind. So when you are free in your mind, you are free in the world because your perspective changes, the way that you see the world changes. So you are doing something that is very impressive, and it takes time to take out these narratives, right? It takes a lot of power and strength to take out the narratives that people projected onto us. Maybe you experience a lot of people in the past that you would use like explanations, logics, justifications to trick you, to like imagine when somebody hurts you and you feel pain, right? Imagine somebody does something bad to you and you cry, and people will like make all these explanations to somehow you were the bad guy for crying, for having a natural reaction to their action, right? It's you like having a natural reaction to their bad actions, and they will manipulate your mind and create all these explanations, logic for you to like feel guilty for feeling, for having a natural reaction to their actions, right? They probably made you feel a lot of guilt, a lot of shame for just simply, yeah, having a natural reactions to their actions, because your reaction, your natural reaction shows what they were doing, because they themselves, they were guilty, they were shameful of what they're doing, but they did it either way. So when you add again a natural reaction to their actions, I'm saying this because I think this is really important for you. You were having a natural reaction to their actions. They might have tricked you, they might have manipulated to think that you are the bad one, that you were the guilty one, but you are not. You were responding to their behavior in a fair, normal, just way. But these people, because they couldn't change, because they knew what they were doing was not correct, because they knew they were going to hurt you, that they were hurting you. And even like, I think a lot of it was premeditated. Like they thought about, okay, how can I hurt this person and gaslight them so they think they are the ones that are hurting themselves. You feel me? They'll be hurting you and blaming you for your pain. How can I do that and get away with it? Right? This is what people thought. Like, how can I get what I want, put this person down, be mean to them, and not take accountability and continue to do this? I'm so sorry for all that you've been through. Right now, you are taking such a powerful and impressive stand, that is to deprogram your mind from this toxic programming, setting yourself free from guilt and shame, because it was never your guilt to begin with. It was not you that should be ashamed, it's them. They were projecting that guilt and shame because they wanted to continue to do to hurt you, basically. They wanted to continue to do their poor behavior and getting away with it. Wow, I'm so proud of you. Like, this takes so much strength and so much power to start deprogramming your minds. You are doing a great job, by the way. What are people noticing about my pile? Number three, people are noticing that you are way more careful uh, with people than you were before. For example, again, these people, right? They hurt you and they again blamed you and shamed you for feeling normal feelings of them hurting you, right? And yes, like very normally you showed pain and you show them like as a natural reaction, right? And I think when you show your natural reaction, that's when they will gaslight you. And that's when they will project guilt and shame. And now imagine you're still having, of course, a normal reaction to their hurtful actions, but now you're not showing your reactions to them. You're keeping your reactions to yourself because you have noticed, okay, this is where I'm manipulated. This is where the shame and the guilt comes from. You are being way less vocal and you're not showing them how much you are hurt because you are protecting your emotions. You are like, okay, I'm going to deal with this on my own because if I come to you, you are going to gaslight me. You are going to manipulate me, right? And so you are going into your inner world and basically feeling your emotions in private because you don't feel safe, like very normally. And I think it's a very smart thing to do. For example, if someone hurt you in the past and if they were constantly hurting you, maybe you were with someone that tried to like talk to them and try to make things better and try to express your emotions, and they took that as manipulating you and they took that moment of you just wanting to come to a resolution, right? Of you just like telling the truth, speaking the truth and telling like, hey, this was painful, you hurt me by doing this, I want change, right? Being the very mature and giving these people way more opportunities than they deserve, right? And that's a moment where they will gaslight you and deceive you, and now you're not doing that. If they hurt you, you keep it to yourself and you basically walk away if you can. Sometimes these people, unfortunately, are our family, right? Are people that we have to interact with. They might be our coworkers here. And if you cannot avoid these people, you are keeping your emotions to yourself. You're keeping your reactions to yourself. This is almost reactive a use. I can say the words full word, that's, reactive pain. And you're not responding anymore. You are disengaging. When they make something to hurt you on purpose, to see your pain and then manipulate you, you are not giving them nothing. Nothing. You are going inwards. You are dealing with your pain alone and you're not giving them the reaction that they are looking for. They're noticing that. They are noticing that you are not giving the reaction that they are looking for. And this is making them mad because they know they can't control you anymore. You are setting yourself free. Wow, I'm so proud of you. What are people noticing about pile number three? People are noticing that you have a new project going on, maybe a new way of making money, maybe a passion project. You are starting to build your stability. And this stability not only is physical, is emotional, right? They are seeing that they don't know what it is, but I think you are starting a new project or a new job. And I don't think these people know what it is, but they kind of get this vibe that you are starting something new and you are opening a way more stable chapter for yourself. What are people noticing about my pile number three? They noticing that you are shining and more, being more authentic, more yourself. People are so noticing that you're moving forward to what makes you happy, that you are taking action towards something that is fulfilling to you and that makes you happy. You are way more listening to your happiness now. You are way more listening to your emotional fulfillment. You're not just living life because, yes, you are taking action towards what makes you fulfilled and happy. There is your new endeavor that I think is related to the Page of Pentacles, and a new project, a new stability to build a new tower, to build that this is your happiness and you're moving forward towards it. And this can be a job, a passion project, a lifestyle. It can also be like a person, but this is like for a few of you, not many. Where, for example, I'm seeing like here somebody that maybe is LGBTQ plus, and there is a vibe that maybe you've been straight your whole life, and maybe this is where you're not happy, and you're like, okay, I don't care about societal norms. Like I'm going to follow what I like, and I'm done pretending to be something that I'm not. I'm done feeling guilty and shameful for being myself. You are moving towards your emotional fulfillment, and people are noticing that. What are people noticing about my phone number 3? This is a very specific message, but imagine that you were someone that was like, how do I say this? Imagine that you were someone that um, like enjoyed flings with people. Like you were someone that was not quite a relationship committed type. You like more flings and be more like situationship than relationships, or you always ended up in situationships, even though that maybe deep down you wanted a relationship, but you were going through so much that you could not build and be in a healthy, stable relationship. People are noticing that this non-committal fling situationship no more in your life. You are not anymore entertaining people just because yes. You are not more entertaining people just for a moment. You are way more committed and way more serious about your life. You're not distracting yourself with people anymore. You're not using people to distract yourself anymore. You are very serious about what you want and what you like, and you are taking forward towards it, and you are only accepting your happiness and what makes you emotionally fulfilled, and you are not accepting less. If this video resonated with you, let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, give it a like, and if you like this content, subscribe. Bye, pal free.